Hello, it's your girl Rocqi, revolutionary hippie from Life is Rocqi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I just did this video and accidentally swiped away my video, so now I gotta start over. Because I don't have editing software. Make sure you subscribe, help me get monetized. But anyways, so I had done a previous video about my museum being an art, my room being an art museum. And I wanted to go through each piece and just say what the meaning and impacts and maybe who it's by. Because I think, artistry is life, and I think it does speak to who we are, and artistry is also about interpretation, so it can provide meaning and understanding and purpose as well. So I wanted to take you through my room, and also I'm poly, so when I date new people, I want them to come into my space and be like, wow, this is so much artistry. Let me walk through each of these pieces and see what they mean and how I interpret them and how I feel about them. So yeah, without a further ado, let's go through the art museum that is my room with Rocqi, your revolutionary hippie. All right, here we go. Hopefully I don't swipe it away again. Okay. So this is from my first paint and sip. It's very interesting that it's a rainbow because I did not know I was queer at that point in time. Signs were all there, but I didn't peep. But I did this when I was in San Diego for my friend's birthday, and it was a really fun event. I think it started me understanding that I liked visual art, and I wanted to be able to expand into that artistry because I'm a literary artist. I'm a writer, a poet, fiction writer, and then blogger as well. But I started painting in the pandemic. So this was maybe 5 years prior to that. So this was like my first painting in adulthood, and it felt really good. Let's see. So this is from my mom. And I feel like with this, it's a magnet, and I didn't want to put it on the fridge because I didn't want it to drop and break it. And I think she had a piece with a head wrap, but I like that she got it for me because it was also showing me that she was like really respecting who I am and understanding who I am with the cowrie shells and the natural hair, because I got a lot of shame. I was like the first one in my family of modern times outside of the 70s to embrace my natural hair and to be all Afrocentric and pro-black. And yeah, I got a lot of flack for that. So when she gifted me this piece, I felt like she was finally seeing me and respecting who I am, my values, my beliefs. So that really meant a lot to me. This is from New Orleans, and it's just a band, you can see I think the steel pan drums in the back. But piano, guitar, looks like a trombone, could be a trumpet, cello, maybe some bongos. But while music is important to me and it's important to the culture, I just really like this art piece. And then also it's from New Orleans, so music is, jazz was created there, so that's really important to me. This is the new flag of polyamory. It was voted on in 2022 by over close to 30,000 people globally, and we decided on this one. I really couldn't get attached to the new one, but this is a rendition by Polyam Fam, and I really liked the movement that they added into the image of the flag, and that really spoke to me. So I got this art print. Stepping wise. So this is from my clinical supervisor when I started my practicum. I am a licensed therapist, so she gave me this when I was in my practicum experience. Take time to smell the flowers even when there are weeds to pull. Whew! Also reminding me to slow down, breathe, focus on the positives, and know that I can make it through as well. This Chris Franklin is from the Whitney Museum. Everyone got a person, and they were a real person who was interviewed for the Whitney plantation. Well, it was in the Library of Congress, but they use it at the Whitney plantation. So let me see if I can get it more clear. It's not clear. If I go closer. Yeah, I don't know. It's not clearing. But us slaves all live in one big slave cabin built out of plank. They 4 rooms, and each family have 1 room. They have a table and a benches too, but a chair the rare thing in a cabin. They have hay mattress, they ticking and rice sacks. Us have mud chimney. When the parents working in the field, somebody look after the children. The nannies come in and nuss them when time come. And this is Chris Franklin when he was interviewed about 85. And the Whitney plantation is really special because it is one that centers the enslaved versus plantations that center the masters. So like you enter the house, the big house from the back, like we're centering their perspective and their experience. So I really appreciated that experience in Louisiana. This is from Justin Copeland. He's an amazing artist. I love just his style. And I have several of his pieces. So this one has locks. This one has a head wrap. This one has locks. So this is like my warrior, embracing the masculine side of me. This is the more feminine, nurturing mother figure. However, they're both women, and it's the duality. There's feminine within the masculine, there's masculine within the feminine. But their eyes were open, right? So with this one, the eyes are white. And then I also have, up here, this I call Mama Asantia, but she has a head wrap. So it was important for me to get different variations of our hair. So locks, curls, head wraps, that kind of thing. But with the white eyes, first it actually scared me. And that's because, I've raised in Christianity and with the understanding of demonic, because this is over my bed. And I was like, I'm going to reframe this perspective as someone who's spiritually watching over me and someone who's protecting me and guiding me. And that reframe really helped me reconnect to my ancestors' spirituality in a whole new way. So I really appreciated that aspect. So again, this is Justin Copeland. Let me show a few more pieces of him. So this is another one. And then I'm going to show another. But I gotta move around my room without showing you the mess that it is. So this is another one. Justin Copeland. All right, so let's go back to this wall. Okay. So that was Justin Copeland. This one is one I got in Costa Rica. Costa Rica was a trip I decided to do right before my practicum experience. I was in San Diego. It was my first time like in a city that was desert without greenery. I'm from the East Coast. We got trees everywhere. And I was like, I need some greenery. Give me some greens. So I went to Costa Rica by myself. I went with a group travel. It was EF college break. I think it's now EF ultimate break. But I went. It was an amazing trip, a phenomenal event, or phenomenal trip. But yeah, I got that from Costa Rica. I also got this Pura Vida Costa Rica. It's actually a hammock, but ain't nobody had that to hang it, so there it is. Tapestry. And Pura Vida Pure Life was such a beautiful aspect of the culture of just like really being present and appreciative of your life. It was very beautiful. Then I had a calendar from Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar. That movie was a part of me reconnecting with my spirituality within animism, because it's like the modern day Pocahontas, and Pocahontas already connected me to my spirituality. I'm showing you some more that I have here. So these ones have curved over, but I got the floating mountains, the Hallelujah Mountains, and I also have the when they're flying. But yeah, so I yeah, it was a part of my reconnection to my spirituality. I love the second one. I was pregnant when I saw the Avatar Way of the Water. I cried. I can't wait for Avatar Fire and Ash. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. It's very meaningful to me. I feel deeply connected to connecting with nature in that way. Let's see. So this one, so we got another head wrap. And then we got some locks here. So this is Pardon My Fro. Again, I just wanted some representation of the different ways that we wear our hair. And then I have some more Pardon My Fro. So here we got the fro and the curls here. It was interesting that, all of them but one didn't have eyes, but I liked it. I liked the mystery of it. And then, okay, let's get back to this wall. There's a lot on this wall. So this one I got from New Orleans, Who Dat. That's their thing. I don't actually know the full understanding of that. I should look that up. But I liked that it was kids, and I liked that it had boys. I have a lot of women and girls and female associated stuff in my room, and I wanted some boys, I wanted some children. And again, I like the aspect of music. I think the artist said this was like appreciation for Louis Armstrong, but I can't remember. Was it Louis Armstrong? I don't know. But for me, I like that it was boys, to have some boys in my room as well. And then also to have some children in my room as well. Because I am a mother before I was a mother. Oh, and then from that New Orleans trip, we also had this. Because I recognize New Orleans as the Black Mecca that it is. So we also got that. All right. So this one, it was during my postpartum. I think it was like my second time out. I went to a Black women's art and tea. So it was a little fancy thing, but it was just reminding me how much I do love painting. And it was like the first time I painted since I had my daughter. So it was a way for me to get out of the house and take care of myself in multiple ways. So I really enjoyed that atmosphere. Purple is my color for motherhood, if you haven't guessed. But this one I actually painted, and it's, dedicated to my pregnancy, and just the queen status and just divinity that I had, being able to create life inside of me. Very thankful for that experience. All right, I think that's all of this wall. Let's go to this wall. Okay, so I have this painting. It's dedicated to the Pan-African flag, the RBG. I've always connected to the RBG flag. Red is for the blood, black is for the people, green is for the land of Africa, as well as our freedom, as well as our wealth. I mean, not just financially. So I had those two, but I also want to bring you to my my painting here that I just did. So it's called I Am Black American, and it has the black towns, the historic black towns, black Wall Streets, the black Meccas. So we have Nicodemus, Kansas, West 9th Street, Little Rock, Arkansas, Bronzeville, Chicago, Illinois, Allensworth, California. In the black, I have Chocolate City, DC, but I also have it mentioned. You can't see it really without the phone, but I'm from the DMV, so I wanted to highlight that. And then I'm currently in Oakland, California. I've been in Oakland for almost a decade now, so these are two places that mean a lot to me as far as Black culture. Jonesville, Maryland is another area that was a historic Black town. I learned about some of these towns going to the Smithsonian's National Museum of African American History and Culture, but Mound Bayou, Mississippi is one they just mentioned in Centers. So that was interesting. Fair Street, Jackson, Mississippi. We have Eatonville, Florida, which was where Zora Neale Hurston was doing a lot of her collection of folklore. We have Haiti, Durham, North Carolina, Rosewood, Florida. They did make a movie about Rosewood and what happened there. The Elbow, Guthrie, Oklahoma, Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Langston, Oklahoma. Apparently, Oklahoma had a lot of black towns. Freedmanstown, Houston, Texas. Sweet Auburn, Atlanta, Georgia. Paradise Valley, Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to Detroit for Motown. Oh, obviously, Greenwood, Tulsa, Black Wall Street. That's the most well-known Black Wall Street. And then we have Whitesboro, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is where a lot of the enslaved ancestors ran away to freedom before the Fugitive Slave Act. So a lot of people went to Philly, and it definitely held a place prior to the act changing things and people going to Canada. There's also Jackson Ward, Richmond, Virginia, as well as Treme, New Orleans, Louisiana. I had the honor to be able to go to a Treme festival honoring the oldest Black neighborhood in New Orleans. So that was really special. And then obviously, because of the Harlem Renaissance, I had to make it known that Harlem was a different piece in my heart, because the Harlem Renaissance is what really put Black America on the map as far as culture, and what actually put us on the map globally as well. So I really had to shout out Harlem, New York City, as a special place for Black America. And then I have the black representing the 50 stars, but I put the yellow to represent the 107 HBCUs that we have today. And I chose this flag because I am American. My family has been here since the ones I can trace back, I can do it pre-Civil War, but Black Americans have been here at the foundation of this country in 1776, or creation of this country, as well as its foundation, 1619, Jamestown, Virginia, as well as 1565, St. Augustine, Florida, because Florida is a part of the states, so therefore we are counting it. So the red, white, and blue doesn't speak to me, but the RBG does, but I'm still honoring that I am Black American with the stars and stripes. All right, let's see. So then we go to Malcolm X. It says love, hope, family, and unity, or unify. And it has the Black Panthers as well. And it was interesting learning, actually, when I moved to Oakland, the actual history, because Malcolm X was assassinated in 1965, and the Black Panthers was formed in 1966. I thought it was the same time period, but the Panthers were inspired by just all the speeches that Malcolm X had said. So I found myself more aligned with Malcolm than Martin. I was more about Black nationalism and creating our own and self-determination. So versus turning the other cheek, that wasn't that's not me. I'm just gonna create our own, buy from our own, be on our own type thing. Leave us alone. But yeah. Okay. So then we have another, this is a magnet actually, but this is from the Whitney Plantation. So statues of the enslaved children. I have a map of Africa. It's the Kente. And then I love being Black, because did you know the headquarters was in Oakland? I didn't. And then let's see. So we have some chakra. I am myself. I know myself. I am a voice for myself. I love myself. I trust myself. I'm free within and around myself. I am grounded within myself. As well as Angela and Huey. Again, the Black Panthers was speaking more to me with their free food program, their free health clinic, as well as protecting our people and being proud of who we are in our Blackness. I'm also queer, and I'm bi in that. So I like women and men, and trans and cis men, as well as cis women. And then I'm in Oakland, so the Black Joy Parade has become legendary. I've loved being able to just see our joy. And the fact that we've had no like conflicts at this parade, we can just be in our excellence, is truly beautiful. And then Black and Proud, Oakland. I love me some Oakland. And this is one of our, big theaters here. Our historic theaters, Fox Oakland on 19th Street. And then Hampton. Onyx 9 is all that. I appreciated the 90s reference. Hampton, HU, Hampton Pirates. And then I have my trees because I need to be around some nature. So this is that. You see how the light be streaming in? I love it. And then I also have this tapestry here. It's the Om symbol within Hinduism to remind me to choose peace. This is a towel that I got from Costa Rica, but it was too beautiful to be using as a towel. So, because again, nature is big for me. Pura vida, pure life. This was another paint and sip I did. This was the first one I did at home. The tree could be a lot better, but I really liked the circular motion of the blue, the purple, and the pink. I really enjoyed that aspect. And then this is one of my paintings. I forget what I called it, but I just really liked the blending that I did, as well as I started to Picasso it and do some like specks with I forgot what it's called, but I like that aspect. And then I really started getting into the abstract part of my artistry. This is called Chakra Pride, catering to the chakras as well as the pride colors. And then I have the Philly Pride flag, so it has the brown and black with the pride colors. And then I have the old polyamory flag as well as the bi flag. And then this is something I did when I was pregnant. So it has a butterfly, a symbol of my transformation as a mother. How to show up as a mother as well as a co-parent, patience, cooperation, unity, and understanding. Mud cloth, as well as back carrying, which I have successfully been able to African back carry, as well as use a soft structured carrier. So, yep. And then, let's see. Let's go over here. So I have my jumping broom, something that I want to hand down to my children when they get married. My husband and I actually jumped the broom on Guyana's Emancipation Day, August 1st, because my husband is first generation Guyanese American, but jumping the broom is a Black American tradition. But yeah, I really enjoyed being able to actually use that as our commitment ceremony. So instead of just randomly jumping the broom at the end once you've already kissed, I used it as our ancestors used it, and how there wasn't any legal validity to their marriage. They use their jump into holy matrimony as a way to commit and celebrate that commitment. So we did that, and I do have that video online on my Instagram. For the mask, I got this from Costa Rica. Jaguars are big, and so they're like protective, like stories. This one's from Mexico. It's made out of limestone. You can see the snakes. The snakes were big as far as the protection. I believe they have some jaguars too. This was from Jamaica. This was from Aruba. On Aruba, I believe that's a iguana. I can't remember. They had a lot of iguanas. Iguanas were running everywhere. I am going to do a separate video going through all my shot glasses because these are amazing. Guyana flag. This one's from Costa Rica. So we have a frog, snake, the bird. Got the mask here. Some more birds, flowers. This one is from Mexico. Again, it's limestone. Absolutely beautiful. So we have the sun and the moon. We have some more snakes. Another jaguar. This is from Costa Rica. We have a bird, a snake, and I think some more birds on the side. And then this one's from Mexico. Again, the sun and the moon descending the pyramid. Oh, it was so beautiful there. And then, let's see, what else do I have? Oh, right. I have my Jamaica. My Jamaican mask here. There we go. And then as far as flags, so I have the flag for Black America. How's it doing this way? There we go. Black America. I also have the Bi and Pride flags. So Bi and Pride. And that is my room. And that is the artistry that's a part of me. And I feel great being in this space. I feel like it's very authentically me. And it fills my spirit. So it's the revolutionary, it's the queer, it's the hippie, and it's very much me. And like, people don't use their rooms to decorate for their spirit. Usually it's like what would be on display at the model home. And I didn't understand that. I didn't understand putting pictures in frames. Why did it need that? I didn't understand having it positioned just so. I didn't understand why it was needed. So yeah, I enjoyed being able to share this with you all. Hopefully you enjoyed learning a bit about me as well as the artistry that surrounds me. And let me know what pieces spoke to you, what it meant to you to see them. Anything resonate, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, thank you for listening. And as I explore more artistry, I'm going to more art museums. Check out my videos. I went to a museum about Black American quilts. So check out the shorts that actually show the quilts. And I also did a blog about it in my blog description, and the link is the description box below. And then also went to the African American Museum in DC. So I will also make a blog about that. And then I also have gone to some different performances and plays. I went to the Alvin Ailey performance, as well as a play, Les Blancs, by Lorraine Hansberry. So I'm really enjoying just embracing my artistry. Tomorrow night, I'm going to a concert with my husband. It's going to be a candlelight concert of Neo Soul. I'm very excited. It's going to have an orchestra and stuff, so I'm very excited about that. But, and then we're going to go to see Music Soul Child in October. So yeah, I'm really loving just exploring the artistry. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, make sure you take care of you. Light and love.